Me? That's Ala?
Oh. I start na ta. Nag-off na ta.
20 years exactly since we walked the halls of UP High. Where are we now? How far have we come? Do we measure in miles from the starting point of the oblation to the country we live in? Or maybe in hours, days, years? But we really haven't arrived yet, haven't we? It is high noon in this day-long journey of our lives. A perfect time to remember those who have blazed the trail ahead of us. Those who showed us how to truly give ourselves for a worthy cause. To dream the impossible dream. We sit on the shoulders of giants. This journey is theirs too. And we only continue where their footsteps end. Journeys are often difficult. We sometimes struggle. We often want to quit. The really worthy journeys are never meant to be easy. So we push ourselves, step by step, learning, always learning. Never really graduating from being an eskolar ng buhay. In the humility of learning, we realize that not everyone will pick the same roads. Often my brother and my sister will journey on a path that may be different from mine, but it is never less important. Walking our journeys have taught us to love and respect our fellow travelers, and believing that the pahinungod is alive in them as it is in me. And so we keep walking, hoping that every single footprint we leave may help others who dare to follow. Where are we now? How far have we come? We are in the middle of our adventure, or maybe starting a new one. We have come far, but not far enough. We are nowhere near the end. With deep gratitude and love for UP, we strive to be better men and women. And so we march on to a journey of a lifetime.
Mabuhay ang pag-asa ng bayan.
So, hello everyone. Good evening to all our viewers today, and welcome to episode 4 of TunobTV. So, every month now, TunobTV will be hosting and doing a show about several topics like family, friends, and of course, di na malimtan ang UP High School Cebu with our very special guests from different batches of UP High School Cebu. So, I am your host for today, Bea Eleanor Orias from batch 2020. So, bago-bago rin ko ni graduate no from UP High, and I am now a second-year college student at the University of San Carlos. So, I am very excited for today's episode. No, there's lots of things to talk about, especially that it's almost Christmas, it's almost New Year, and of course, we have two very special guests with us today. And of course, dili dyan na makompleto, no, if I am not with my beloved co-host, who's such an expert and veteran in hosting, and I really look up to him. He is no other than Sir Nimrod Quiñones from UP High School Cebu, batch 1985. Hi, sir.
Hello, Bea. Good evening. I thought you're gonna say batch 2021. I'd be very happy to be from class 2021. Anyway, we're back here on Tunob TV. This is the second time that I'll be one of the hosts for this for the monthly episode of this thing we're doing in relation to the UP High Gold, or the Golden Jubilee celebration of the University of the Philippines Cebu High School.
Yes,
which
sir.
we are celebrating next year.
Next year, 6 months from now, sir. Almost na jud.
Yes, that's 6 months away. But, you know, Tunob TV was conceptualized as one of the things that will help bring up the enthusiasm of the alumni, the former faculty, even our children of the alumni, and the whole community about UP High Gold. So next year's celebration is going to be big. And it's going to be very exciting because they have come up with a strategy so that we will be able to hold one big celebration because ang mga nakatunog are all over the world.
All over the world. Grabe,
Yeah.
sir. Worldwide yun
So,
yung UP High.
it's either the UP High alumni are laagan, or we just tend to, find our way all over the world. So
Yes, sir.
So like in my case, well, I've spent most of my life here in Cebu. I've been happily celebrating everything here in Cebu. But then, of course, our classmates who are abroad, they always want to get in touch. They want to know what's happening to UP, and Tunob TV and the rest of the celebrations that we're doing are all helping them reminisce as to what happened many years back. In our case, we entered UP in 1981. So, and we
Dugay-dugay na
graduated in
today, sir.
1985. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yes.
At least martial law was lifted while we were in high school.
Interesting. I know.
Well, anyway, tonight we're gonna talk something about the past, and the past that's not so long ago, with our
Yes.
one of our guests, who's also a good friend of mine, a fellow alumnus of the University of the Philippines Cebu College High School, and also we're going to talk about the present, like the pandemic, how
Christmas.
people are
yeah.
coping. Well, if you have been to the malls recently, you'll probably see that people are actually, they're forgetting that there's still a pandemic, but then it's a good sign. It's a good sign that the people are, they're confident. Filipinos always love Christmas, just like we love Christmases at UP. Before we had our all sorts of celebrations, like the Pasko sa UP, the Lantern Parade, and
How was it during
stuff.
your time, sir? How was it?
Well, it was fun during our time. It's during my first 3 years in high school. The Christmas party was like also it was held after the awarding for the intramurals.
Intrams.
So yeah, after the heated battle during the intrams, you look forward to the Christmas party where everyone are friends again.
Grabe yung switch sa mood, sir, no? Competitive towards kanang Christmas.
Well, as UPians, we have to learn how to be very flexible. I think
I agree with sir.
if you're one track as a UPian, there's no way you can survive. So you have
Tinuod
to
yun na,
be
sir.
able to face everything. In fact, one of our guests tonight had sent me a message. You know, I have to go on a sudden trip far from the city, but then he's gonna make sure that he'll be connected and he'll be able to join us. So that's
Hopefully
how
we'll be
UPians
able.
adapt to any situation that's being
Resilient
thrown
jud ta,
at us.
sir.
That's
Agree.
right.
Very much.
So, so Bea, you know, the highlight for this month's celebration is the lighting of the
Tree
Christmas tree of hope.
Tree of Hope. Yes, sir. I was
Yeah.
supposed to ask, sir, ba if like nakaabot na baka ana, sir, sa inyong time? Kay murag, when I went in UP High, kay mo dyan ang tradition dyan ever since, like always the lighting of the Tree of Hope and the lantern parade at the end. So, nangutanan dyan ko, sir, like, is it in your batch, said, sir? Curious dyan ko.
You know, our batch was the first one to occupy where the high school is now for one whole year. The
Ooh.
first batch that occupied that building, they stayed there for at least 1 month. That's batch 84.
Hmm.
The batch of Congressman Pablo John Garcia, Ate Julie Itaas, one of my favorite members of batch 84. Then our batch, we stayed there for 1 year. So that tree which you are using for the Christmas Tree of Hope was still very small during our time. So they could not yet put the lights there.
So speaking of the answer no Christmas Tree of Hope, kay a little later on in our program, kay we have a video from Miss Kathy Rodel. She'll be talking about unsaon na to pag have the Christmas Tree of Hope in today's pandemic, and I'm very excited, sir, no, kay we have to keep up with the new normal. We have to make do, and we have to meet halfway. And also we also today we have a very special intermission by the UP Serenata. Sir, would you like to introduce?
That's right. The UP Serenata, well, they're like, well, in other schools they call them the Glee Club. They're but the UP Serenata, they've gone a long way. I've seen them start. There was no Serenata during my time.
Ay, wala,
That's
sir.
the one thing.
Nagwala sa inyo
us,
time, sir.
to set us into the Christmas mood, let's have O Gabi sa Dakong Bulahan by the UP Serenata. So, take it away.
O gabi ilang kumbula, handa kumbula, ugoras ng kamahalan, ang Diyos na kaitaas, na nanaugay, nanaog sa kalibutan. Pum, 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 pum. Kitaligdan niyang langit, kitaligdan ng langit. Matahong nawalay sangit, may sangit. Sa pagkatani, ang bintang at usay, nagatos mga kasakit. Pum, 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 pum. Ang tuyo niya uginuhan, paglukat umagapada, sa mga kaliwat ni Eva naduhigay, naduhig sa mga sala. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, 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 pum. Pum, 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 pum.
Okay, so that was
We're
our
back.
yes, we're back. That was our UP Serenata, sir, singing
That's
O
right.
Gabi sa Dakong Bulahan.
I think one reason why there was no Serenata during my time, because I was told by one of our teachers, you know, you better lip sync for the sake of your class. You know, we used to have all these choral activities during Linggo ng Wika So everybody has to sing. So everybody has to be there. You have to show up, and you have to learn all those protest songs. That's how we called them then.
Protest song.
Yeah. So then you do a dance drama. So that was it. No glee club, no serenata during our time. But then I did see them because I'm always at UP. I've been like the class representative since we graduated from high school. So I'm always there. Probably
Updated
because
jud ka pirmi, sir.
I'm a local boy, so I'm I'm easy to find. So the teachers can easily contact me. Hey, Nimrod, can you do this for us? But of course, we keep in touch with our alma mater because we are connected to UP.
Yes, it's where we came from. We have to look back, jud, sir, where we came
That's
from.
right. And we have to be thankful because of UP. We've been places, and that's the reason why our alumni are all over the world,
Yes,
doing all sorts of stuff and doing what they do best. And
Yes.
We cannot take away what we learned from high school,
I'm very
no
glad, sir,
matter
no,
where
like
we are. Yeah.
that we have made one whole family all around the world, the UP High family. And speaking of family, sir, I think is that our theme for today, di ba, sir?
Yes, we're talking about family, but family not just the sense of the family that is the basic unit of society, which we were taught in our general education classes, but family, the European family. For our first segment, we're gonna talk with a good friend of mine who 8 years ago we went back to UP. We're all UP alumni. We went back to UP not just for Christmas, but more to bring joy to other people in need. And that was something that really made us very happy, or it was a proud moment for UP that we were able to do that despite the calamity that hit the country during that time.
So would you like to introduce, sir?
Yeah, of course. I'd like to introduce this guy is from class of 1991. I've known him since back when he was in high school. I was already in college then, but that is because we used to play a lot of football together, and we've been seeing each other in Cebu. But now he's more popular because of his Facebook Live stuff, because of Bungot 2022. I'm talking about no less than the Regional Director of the Land Transportation Office 7, UP High alumnus, Victor Caindec. Vic, good evening.
Good evening, Nimrod. Good evening, Bea. Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be here tonight and to be able to make it finally.
Well, you told me earlier that your schedule hit a curveball, and we mentioned when we talked with Bea, I told her that we UPians, we tend to know how to figure things out so that we'll be able to solve the problem. And I think this is one proof that despite you be going on the road, you're still able to join us here.
Para sa bayan.
And that is Bungot 2022. But unfortunately, you did not file.
Well,
Vic.
Yeah.
Well, Vic, back in high school, we had our Christmas celebrations. And I think December was always one of the most memorable months when we were in high school. Is that right?
Of course, we all look forward to December, especially sa among batch, no? And me particularly look forward to the day of the last class that we had to attend, so we could open a bottle of Red Horse.
So
Christmas.
That was your opening salvo for Christmas.
Ugnay celebration sa UP, we would run up to the stores beside it and order our Red Horse, and that would mean that it's already Christmas season.
Yeah, but now they're not selling to minors, or else they'll get into trouble with the city government.
We always had deniability, and the stores always maintain their deniability about their liability.
Well, Vic, while we are in the Christmas season, there was something that happened 8 years ago, and which is very close to our heart. It was the time when the UP community, led by a group of alumni, came together in a very difficult time, not only for Cebu, but more for the country. We're talking about the aftermath of Super Typhoon Yolanda. So, well, one UP came about because of a group of alumni, and you were at the forefront of that organization. So, can you tell us a little about one UP and how it started?
We didn't even call it one UP at the time. It was just a group of UP friends and alumni. We were chatting about how bad the typhoon had hit certain parts of our country, and we were trying to understand how we could, do something relevant to bring help to people. And we had our classmates, our friends. We were all on social media at the time because we really had very little to work with in terms of information. And we said, kita, we had our classmates, and we said, let's meet in UP. We were joined by Jude Bacalso, sila Brian Cuenco, sila Attorney Sapayan, sila Dr. Kotya. I can't recall. Was Joey there? I wasn't sure, but
I think Joey was also there.
Yeah, but he was there. We even had the sila Timmy De Jesus from the later years. And we just talked about what can we do, and we came up with the idea that maybe we can start with having a small tent outside the UP gate and a table to put whoever was willing to donate stuff. No, we didn't even have a signage at the time. No, I think we just had a piece of paper or a cardboard or something that said, okay, you can put your donations here. That's how it started. It didn't have a name. It didn't have any label at the time. It's just that we wanted to help, and we said, let's do that in UP. And it was former UP students and current UP students who were there.
So, well, eventually, that small seed that was planted grew into something very big in the next few days. I understand that during the first day, there was a problem with regards to storage. So we had to ask permission where we would store the items that were donated, because there was more than what was expected that arrived on that day.
We started with one table. We were wondering if people would come and give something.
Yeah.
We were saying, if you can't fill this one table, then magkanya-kanya hatagay, no? And came up with some ideas, and we said, okay, we'll see how the day will end, no? By the end of the day, we were already filling up the tent, and we were trying to decide asa man nato ibutang ng mga goods kipanghatag, because we were really overwhelmed, and we even had to bring it to the shed beside or behind the guardhouse, no? And then it snowballed. A lot of other alumni came, their friends, their colleagues, other organizations went to UP. So we became a drop-off point. And that's how we realized that murag sigurado tani atong gisudlan kay we were just there for one day, and we were hoping that one day was enough. And everybody started coming, and we started to realize we need more volunteers. So we asked for help from the student council. I think sila Ba, Timmy, and everybody
Lian Lesol,
Lian was there, Mona Alcudia, there's a lot of them there that you really can't attribute that movement to just one person. But I think what's great about it was the spirit that everybody was coming together. No one was really in charge of it, but it seemed to work very well.
That's right. And we even have some pictures to show, Vic, of the activities that we had back in 2013. This was at UP Cebu. And in UP Cebu also, some of the members of the UP community in Tacloban moved to UP Cebu for during that period, right? And then, while it was an activity to gather donations, it turned out into some sort of a party. Right, Vic?
Well, when we started realizing that we had so much stuff, we weren't sure how to sort it. And then you came up with this idea of unsa to 1231 ba to, no? So everybody has
Yes.
a formula to work with. Everybody started bringing in canned goods, bringing in noodles, etc., etc. So with that formula, ang next na sad na to nga problema was, so how do we sort this? Because we really don't have enough people. And some of those participants who were there said, why don't we come up with an activity and we call it a packing party?
That's right. Packing party. We had bands. We had UP alumni volunteering as MCs. We had our members of our family who were going there, bringing their friends. So it was like the whole Oblation Square was filled with people, all trying to help. Although it sounded like we were insensitive because it was a party, but then it was because people cared. That's why they came.
And you will see that in that event, no, you get to realize how big the UP alumni community had become. And you see representatives from different classes as well, working with the incumbents at the time. What's really heartwarming was the fact that everybody was dead tired. Everybody realizes still that we needed to get help somewhere in different parts of the country, and that was driving everybody to still participate long after the one day that we expected that we would do that movement. I think it was well over 2 weeks in total before we could call it a wrap, although there were other initiatives after that. There were groups that were coming in to help distribute. We even expanded the program to give bangkas in northern Cebu and shelter kits. So I think it's a testament to how the UP community as a family can come together in the worst of times and bring out the best of everyone.
Yes, thank you very much, Vic. It's very special to me that I played a little part in that whole thing, that we were able to bring together our alumni, bring together the UP community to show that UPians are not just people who are what they call soberbio, because we speak our mind, but we are people with a heart. We are truly iskolar ng bayan who are also aware of our duties as members of the community. So, Vic, thank you very much for joining us. I know you still have a long way to go, so thank you very much for joining me here tonight. And I hope to see you again one of these days, as we still have many more activities to attend to. Okay?
Thank you very much, and good evening to everyone.
Okay, Vic. So thank you, Vic. And now, well, my partner, my co-host for tonight will also be taking care of the next segment of this episode of TunobTV. This segment is, we talked about Yolanda, we talked about a sad time for the country. Now we talk about a sad time for the world, the pandemic. How do families cope with the pandemic, especially families of UP students? So Bea will be interviewing Jeremiah
Yes, sir.
in a short while. Bea, so it's your
Yes, sir.
turn. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sir Nimrod Quiñones, and of course for that talk you had with Sir Vic. And right now today, I have a very special guest with me. She is an incumbent president of the UP High School Student Council for 2 consecutive years. Manghod ni siya nako for with 2 years gap. So she is no other than Jeremiah Balmori. Maya, are you around? Hi, Maya.
Good evening, ate.
Hello! Hi,
Hi.
Jeremiah. Murag dugay na jud ta wala nagkita, no? It's like around 2 years, diba? 2020
Yes,
pa man
yes.
siguro ta last nagkita. So, no, I want to start this off by asking, how are you naman, girl?
Totally fine. Lumalaban gihapon and guapa as always.
Oy, period. I totally agree. So I'm really glad now that you're doing fine, especially that our situation is kind of volatile pa because we're in the pandemic
Yes, yes.
today. And I'm really glad that you are with me here in Tunob TV bisag virtual ra ta karon. No?
Likewise.
Today we are gonna talk about family and Christmas in the new normal. But before that, now I'd want to reminisce and like catch up with you a little bit. Kaya gimingaw sad ko ninyo kamutanan sa UP High. I miss you all. So, di ba? I was in grade 9 when you entered UP High, di ba? In grade 7, if I'm not mistaken. Sakto ba?
Yes, yes, sakto, sakto.
And also, I was grade 12 when you ran as student council president, di ba? When you were grade 10, di ba?
Yes.
So I remember jud no pag grade 7 mo, you're such a small and silent girl. Yeah, it's really
Ay, cute
interesting to
gihapon
see.
ka.
Ay, cute jud gyapon. It's really interesting to see your transformation from being this really frail and small girl towards the daggan as student council president, which is such a big obligation and responsibility. No, so I would like to ask, no, I would like to ask once and for all, what pushed you to partake the challenge to be president, man?
It's actually the drive to try something new. Kaya mga character na dyan na ako nga kanang mo venture to another task, another challenges. May nana kay I know man good nga dako dyan ang world, and so I need to ready myself pod. So to
Mm-mm.
know the real world pod.
Yeah.
Muna reason nga nang partake ko og student council president.
Yes, I totally agree. No, you need to like condition yourself as early as grade 10 no,
Yes,
to
yes.
take up the challenges kay unsa lang ka ika sa real world sa adult world no,
World.
like it's a very different kind of environment, so I really like that. I also love the resilience you've shown, especially that you defied expectations kay most people think that women can't lead or like small women can't lead. No, I really love how you defied that one. You actually proved that women can actually accomplish anything, right, Jeremiah?
Yes.
Totally agree. So right now I want to switch up the conversation a bit, and like since we are in the new normal in the pandemic, allow me to ask now, how did the pandemic significantly affect or impact your family, and how different were things then and now?
Before the pandemic kay akong family jud kay we have different lives man god. Nya akong mother kay busy sa work. Nya ako ug akong sister kay busy sa studies, akong nanay kay busy sa pag-take care sa household chores, akong siblings kay busy pod sa ilang work pod. So it's rare for us to get together like inana. So because of the pandemic, nagka-close guro migmayo. Close migmayo. We get to talk a lot. Nya kanang mag-talk me about kanang unsay mga problem sa online class, or like nabay namoblema na ba karon inana, or how about my grades. So mas ni open up ko nilag maayo even to my
Mm-mm.
siblings, like yes.
So what you're saying is that before the pandemic you don't really communicate as much, pero karong pandemic, since you are at home always kay sige ra mo talk ana, open up ingana, is that what you meant?
Yes, yes.
I really love that one. I also love how we see the good things now, despite the bad. Kay Murag, the world is already in chaos. The world is in pandemic. So I really think it's good to see the silver lining in things. To see nga Murag, there are still good things in life, such as having your family, having your friends, and of course seeing the advantages that we are able to spend more time with our family and talk with them, as just like what you mentioned, diba, Jeremiah?
Agree jud. Negative na mo good ang sa gawas. So I was
Mm-mm.
hoping na dapat positive ang nasa balay.
I totally agree. So, did your family or your mom, did she like partake in new jobs or like mga ingana after the pandemic? During the pandemic rather?
Yes, pag start jud sa pandemic kay murag na gipa stay sa sila sa balay sa ilang work, murag
Mm-mm.
na stop og kanang kajut ra pod. So akong mama kay ni start og online selling like bags, other necessities, usually kay shoes or mga tumblers, bottles, and napoy kanang mga jewelries. Muna siya, muna yung gikalingawan dito akong mama.
Nalingaw ra
And
sad.
yeah, lingaw ra pod ako mama.
I'm really glad na nalingaw ra siya no, kay most kay burden ana to
Yes.
to make ends meet. And I'm also really happy no nga our parents are there for us to help us along the way, di ba? And they always make sure nga our needs are being met. Inana. I think also many families can relate to that, kay I know also families nga nag online selling, nagbaligya og mga bagsad kanang sa Shopee, ingana of selling food and
Yes.
really the pandemic really really tested us, diba, as families, nga na kay the economy is stalled, meaning most employees are laid off and making others unemployed. But we're very grateful, Jeremiah, know that we have families, we have parents who are always there for us, who always provide for us. Okay.
Yes, ko sa akong mama.
I totally agree. So let's divert the topic a little bit to UP High na sa Jeremiah. So we are very grateful that we don't have tuition fee, diba? Like we're very
Yes.
grateful kay we are scholars ng bayan, for scholars of the people and for the people, of course. Pero I wanna ask, no, like, diba you have other siblings? How many are you in your family? Sa siblings?
6 mi ka ba? So
Oh,
I have
6
5
ka buo.
siblings.
5 siblings. So I would like to ask now, how does your mom manage the school expenses, especially in today's pandemic?
Karon kay duha na lang may gaskwela. Kay dako man ang gap sa akong older sisters and brothers kaysa nako og sa akong manghod. And 2 of my siblings kay nag-work na. The other 2 kay freelancer. So dili regular jud nga employees. So for tuition fee kay maarang-arangan na nun sa akong part, pero sa ako ang manghod kay UC man siya gaskwela. So naa jud tuition. So akong mama kay kanang ni-apply siya og educational loan para sa akong manghod pod. And then ang other nga kuwang sa katong tuition kay dili man jud tanan makatabang ang katong educational loan, like gamay raman na part sa tuition. And so ang the rest kay akong mama ang mobayad o akong duha ka siblings nga nay work.
I really see, no, so your sister is in a private school, so na tuition. I really can attest to that, no, nga murag maglisod jud tag pay, especially in today's pandemic. Because I come from a university, so murag lisod, we also have like some gaps in terms of payment, pero I'm glad that you're holding up really well there. Okay, so Jeremiah, being in UP High for 6 years already, your grade 12 na, diba? Paspas kayong panahon. So
Sige.
yes, what is the event in our school that you miss the most that includes families? Is it kanang PTA induction ba nga naikaon sa gabi? I really do miss that one kasi sige ko ka MC in that event. Or is it family day ba, or is it Christmas party? So which one is your favorite and why?
It's actually Christmas party. Though dili man direct ang involvement sa parents, pero dili man jud makompleto ang Christmas party if wala help sa atong parents, like ang sa food, ang pagbayad sa money sa food. Kay usually sa Christmas party kay magdala-dala ram gud ang mga students og food, so itapok-tapok ra inana. Then akong nanay usually ang mukok, so every time nga magdala og food niya malamian ako ang mga classmates kay dali siguro nga kanang I'm so proud nga gilamian sila sa luto sa akong nanay. So wala nga dila siguro makaingon nga ang Christmas party ang akong pinagahan nga event.
That's very wholesome, no? So speaking of Christmas parties, no, how is your family gonna celebrate Christmas karong pandemic, Jeremiah?
Since daghan mo sa balay, stay lang jud guro mi sa balay. Kay kanang unfair man sad good if mulakaw mi like a few of us, ganahan sig ko nga complete pud mi mo celebrate o Christmas. So sa balay lang mi, gamay-gamay nga salo-salo, and then exchanging gifts and talk pod usually kay mag-talk me like isugat sa Pasko after ana kay mag-talk me like some real things, samtang katanaw sa fireworks na.
Simple but complete, diba?
Yes.
Okay, so I have a final question for you, now that UP High is celebrating its Golden Jubilee. Let me ask you, what do you miss the most about UP High?
That would be interacting with my classmates. Though kuan kanang missed na ko ang mga events, pero dili man gud makompleto ang school events if wala akong mga classmates, if dili ko maka-interact with my classmates. Kaya lahi ra jud ang interaction sa online kaysa sa face-to-face. So miss na jud nako bitaw sila.
I totally agree, Jeremiah, no, kanang face-to-face lahi ra jud kaayo with our classmates. Yes. No, interacting. So thank you so much, Jeremiah. That has been Jeremiah Balmori, our incumbent SSU president of UP High School Cebu. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ate Bea.
We hope we'll see each other again soon. Okay, so right now I would like to invite my co-host alongside with me. I want to ask Sir Nimrod Quiñones, sir, how do you plan to celebrate your Christmas with your family, man, sir?
Well, I've always celebrated Christmas with my family. I always make sure I have time for them. I lost my father when I was very young, so I want my children to enjoy the time of having a father with them, which I did not experience when I was younger. So that's it. And of course, it's with friends, with families, with classmates, especially us from the older batches. Thanks to Zoom, thanks to Messenger, thanks to all of these things, we are able to get in touch. It would be nice to be with each other, but then it's difficult, especially during this time. So I think that is also something which are the co-chair of the Execom, who's helping us very active. He's done a lot of work, not from Cebu, but from Hong Kong to make the UP High Gold or the Golden Jubilee celebration next year happen. So, Bea, it is my honor to introduce this guy. I've known him since I was in high school. He was afraid of me in high school, although I was younger.
I'm afraid of you, Sir Char.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our good friend, our very hardworking co-chair of the Execom, Alan Nazareno of 3.
Hello everyone! Hello from cold Hong Kong. Hey, ningigas introduction Nimrod. Oy, believe ko. Dako masa na ako ataya na. Dim na.
Well,
anyway,
so much, Lan.
well, thank you. Well, this is for UP. So, and as before when they gave me this job, Madam Lapa and Madam Galio, and Gaying told me about this position, and I felt like I can't say no to this responsibility. So I even if I'm far away from UP, the heart is still here. So mo nang give all lang gyud gihapon for UP. Anyway, I'm here on behalf of the Execom, and I am going to share about the December activities that are in store for us. Okay, so again, the advocacy for December is Tunob Pamilya. We want to honor the families for December. And it was mentioned earlier by Nimrod and Bea that for December, we have this big celebration. And even if social distancing protocols are still in place in Cebu, we are now, the staff at UP Cebu has already planned an event. So here now, I'm sharing that screen. I hope you can see it. This is Pasko sa Paglaom ug Pasalamat. This is the Christmas Tree of Hope lighting ceremony. As to what Bea had mentioned earlier, this is a tradition that has been going on at UP every Christmas time. But what is unique this year is that the alumni took care of the fundraising activities through the hard work of our dear finance committee officers, especially Julie Itas. Hello, Jules. We were able to commit to helping the fundraising activities of the Tree of Hope this year. But there's an activity that is linked to this lighting Tree of Hope ceremony. So to learn more about that, by the way, that is scheduled on Wednesday, December 15 at 4:30 p.m. And to hear now is a video from the principal at UP, Dr. Kathy Rodell, to invite everybody to the lighting ceremony. Okay, video? Video, please, for Kathy Rodell.
Advance Merry Christmas to everyone. Once again, the UP High School Cebu will be lighting the iconic Tree of Hope as the highlight of our Christmas celebration. For the past years, the Tree of Hope had been lighted with the purpose to raise funds for the high school program. This year, Pasalamat, as our way of saying thank you to our benefactors and to our UP friends. This will happen on December 15, 2021 at 4:30 in the afternoon in the high school grounds. Aside from the lighting of the iconic Tree of Hope, we also encourage and invite the different batches to light a lantern along the fence in the high school campus. Lanterns will be given to you for free by the Golden Jubilee Exicon. All you have to do is just to represent your batch. We will be posting details in the lighting of the lantern in the Golden Jubilee website. Please join us live through Facebook and YouTube. See you virtually. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. Thank you so much. So, yeah, Tunobers, if you are in Cebu, please come. I think there will be more details at what Dr. Adele said for you, because I think there will still be some restrictions on the number of people that will be able to attend this ceremony. But please come and watch it. Also, I will have to. I have no choice, but I will just watch this virtually on the Facebook page. Now, for December, we have a gift for all the Tunobers. And through the graciousness of our dear, talented Pamela Wildheart Pilapil, based in Singapore, for December, for every week in December, we will be featuring a music video that she has come up with. Now, so there are 4 weeks in December, and for every week we will feature a new music video. She will be sharing some of her Christmas music, all originals. She will also be, because in line with our advocacy for family, she will also be sharing some original songs about family. She will also be sharing a song about the overseas foreign workers, because the reality is many families are celebrating Christmas not complete because their loved ones are outside doing work abroad, so that they'll be able to send some money for so as a former OFW, I can totally relate to that. So Pamela Wildheart Pilapil has also written some songs about the OFW. So for the 4 weeks, you will be listening to Christmas music, you'll be listening to songs about the family, and of course about the overseas foreign workers and the plight of those heroes, our modern Filipino heroes. So here now is our first week a gift, and this is Christmas and Me, an original song written by Pamela Pilapil. Thanks, Pamela. So here now, everyone, all Tunobers, let's enjoy Pamela's song. Take it away.
Let's go.
Christmas tree, colors of red, blue, gold, and green. It's Christmas time, make your wish come true. Gingerbread and glitter and me. All over you, standing by the door, listening for the bells, carols and cakes and Christmas cheer. It's Christmas time, make your wish come true. Candy canes and stockings and me, all over you. Merry Christmas, joyful Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. Wishful hearts and holidays, where we can finally meet in a rendezvous of Christmas gifts. And you, Merry Christmas, joyful Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. Wishful hearts and holidays, where we can finally meet in a rendezvous of Christmas gifts. And you, sitting on Christmas, Happy New Year, everyone. Wishful hearts and holidays where we can finally meet in a rendezvous of Christmas gifts and you. Merry Christmas, everyone. Come on, where's the Christmas spirit? Share the love, share the fun. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Thank you. That's Pamela Pilapil, class of 1978. Thanks, Pam. Love you. And thank you for that wonderful Christmas song. Okay. A few weeks ago, right, Nimrod? I think that was mid-November when we had a General Assembly with the class reps. We talked about the Jubilee banquet. So the Execom also met I think last week when we talked about the details of the Golden Jubilee banquet. So that is the next topic that I'd like to talk about, because as what Bea mentioned, we are just 6 months away from the big day. And so I think it's time for our Tunobers to start planning how they're going to do that Golden Jubilee banquet. And as what Nimrod also mentioned earlier, we are planning something really, really unique. I know it's nothing innovative because it's something that's been done a lot by groups, but this is something very unique to UP Cebu. So first, let's talk about the Golden Jubilee banquet. It will be scheduled now on Sunday, June 26, 2022 at 8 a.m. Philippine time. But this is still Saturday in the US. Okay, so it's Saturday, June 25, 8 p.m. for Eastern Standard Time and 5 p.m. for the Pacific Standard Time. So try to figure out, because we are going to celebrate in real time. So we want everyone to take part in our banquet at the same time. Because what this banquet will be doing is that it will be a hybrid gala event. It is a mix of both the virtual and the physical elements. And so what we want actually is to merge these physical gatherings and virtual attendees as an audience. And we will, everyone, whether you're attending this physically or you're attending this virtually, you get to participate in the activities. So it is aimed at letting both experience a similar, go through the same experience. So whether they choose to attend it virtually or physical, both will still get a very, very similar experience. So it is basically the best of both worlds. Whether we are doing, of course, if your area is still unable to do physical gatherings, then then you can attend virtually. Now, how is that possible? We create what we call the Jubilee Hubs. And what are hubs? These are the designated primary points for the celebration. These are the areas where the group will be able to connect with each other as one unit, and therefore, that is where the physical gatherings happen. Okay, our ground zero hub, of course, will be UP Cebu. The Execom will give more details exactly where at UP. But we are planning, of course, to have our ground zero hub over there. We, of course, will need to have a dedicated banquet website. We do have our Tunob website already, but in line with that will be a dedicated banquet website where only those who registered for the event will have access to, because that is the portal for everybody's being able to participate in the celebration. Now, so in order for a place to be considered a hub, they must be willing to serve as a gathering place for all Tunobers, regardless of what class. So once the hub is identified, we will announce to all the Tunobers who are in that area that they need to contact the hub coordinator. The hub coordinator is the hub leader and becomes the contact person, not only for Jubilee, for the Jubilee banquet, but for all Jubilee-related activities or matters. For example, shipment of merchandise. So that person becomes our contact person also for that region or that hub. Of course, we need a reliable internet connectivity in that hub because they will need to have a camera set up and they will need to have a projected screen or a large screen TV so that they can watch. Everybody who's gathered there can watch the events unfolding in real time. So here's a map of the world. So we have, looking at the registration of the alumni in our website, we have these proposed Jubilee hubs because these are the hubs with the most number of people. So now we are looking for hub coordinators. So if your hub is named in this map and you know somebody who you think would be a good hub coordinator, please message us on our website and we will try to contact that Tunober. Okay, as we said, ground zero will be at Cebu. We have a significant population in Manila, so I'm hoping to find a hub director or coordinator in Manila. Of course, since I'm here in Hong Kong, I'm going to gather all of us, which is like 2. Okay, so we're a small group, but because I am I'm helping the Execom lead this project, we will have a hub here in Hong Kong. If you have classmates in Hong Kong, please tell them to contact me so that we will have our physical hub over here. Okay, in Australia, I'm now looking at having a hub in Sydney. We're looking at having a hub in Sydney. We're also considering other cities in Australia. So if there are many, or even in New Zealand, we're also looking for that. But we don't know yet how many there are. Okay, next one will be Miami in Florida. There is already a planned hub in Miami. We are also hoping to have a hub in New York. There's a lot of Tunobers in New York. LA, of course, LA will be there. And yes, in San Francisco, I've now received some interest in establishing a hub in the Northern California area. Toronto, in fact, Toronto has already identified a hub. We have one Tunober, Naomi Honkawa, has volunteered to lead the Toronto hub. So she has now, in fact, she told me that she has already started reaching out to Tunobers. So if you are Tunober based in the Toronto area, and you can easily move to go to Toronto in June, please attend the celebration in Toronto. I think Toronto might be one of our bigger hubs there. We're also looking at establishing a hub in Dubai. We have a lot of Middle East-based Tunobers. I also see a lot of Tunobers based in Tokyo. And of course, yeah, Pamela said she is willing to lead the hub in Singapore. So all our Tunobers in Singapore, we will give you more details about how to get hold of Pamela Pilapil, who will be leading our hub in Singapore. I think we will also have one in Mindanao, and I'm thinking of Davao. So yeah, so taking a look at that, again, as what we mentioned, we now have Tunobers on all 6 continents. So only Antarctica. Antarctica is the only continent that we don't have a Tunober, but all the Tunobers are all spread out on the 6 continents. Unfortunately, we don't have that many a group. So yeah, we're now just identifying the areas with the most number of Tunobers. So if you have an area that you know we'll have a lot of Tunobers around. Please contact us so we can also establish a new hub for you. This coming, I think that's 2 Sundays from now, December 12 at 10 a.m. Philippine time, there will be a Hub Coordinators info session. So for those who are interested in leading a hub, I'm inviting you to please attend this session. I will be posting this on our social media pages so that you can be able to access the Zoom meeting details. Okay? So, yeah, because bisag asa maabot, kita nagyapon mag-abot, and we are getting ready for this big celebration. That's it. I'm done talking, Nimrod. And Bea, what do you think?
Oh, Lan,
Very
thank you very
exciting.
much. And it's going to be very exciting, as Bea said.
Thank you so much, Sir
it's-
Alan.
Yeah, thank you for all your efforts. And I've attended some of the meetings, not all, just some when I'm free or when I'm not driving on a Sunday. But then I think a lot of the alumni, I have one classmate who is based in Hong Kong, Ermin Cabrera. I told him to get in touch with you. And our classmates in Canada are already getting in touch with the person who volunteered to have a hub in Toronto. So it's going to be a big celebration. Bea and I will be in LA, Lahog Apas.
So, sir, yes, it's very heartwarming, no?
Okay.
It's very heartwarming to know that UP High School alumnus from all over the world are convening in this singular event, no? And all these monthly programs that we've prepared, Sir Alan has prepared, and talks are building up to our grand UP High Golden Jubilee banquet next year. So everyone, watch out for that. So,
And it's a
speaking
going to be
of-
international event, Bea.
yes, international event. So
Yun, bunga-
worldwide na ta.
We only celebrate 50 years once.
Yes, exactly, sir. Exactly.
I wish we could bring back the MPH, which was like the main hub for all our activities back in high school.
Mm-mm.
Sila ka-relate.
Anyway,
Ka-relate.
they haven't seen the MPH.
Sayang. About, sir.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
speaking of alumnus all over the world, sir, no, kanang mga laagan, ingan na, I've also been seeing a lot of Libot Suroy videos in the UP High School Golden Jubilee nga page. So, Sir Nimrod, unsa di ay ni ang Libot Suroy, and which batches are featured here in our episode today?
Okay. For those who don't know yet, by the way, thank you, Lan. Thank you for doing all of this for our alma mater. The Libot Suroy video features the alumni. Alan showed a map earlier that we're all over the world. I think there's a UP High alumnus in Antarctica. I'm sure there is. Kanang mga bugnaw na ang kuan.
Ay, lahat naman na, sir.
Mga adlaw. Anyway, Bea, we have some Libot Suroy videos that will be shared
Yes.
tonight, and this will also give the batches who haven't done their own Libot Suroy video yet, like my batch, as to what you could do, no, to highlight where you are now in the world and what you are doing. Because as we always say, bisan asa ta maabot, diri ra gyapon ta mag-abot, di ba?
Mm-mm.
So let us start with the class of 2007.
Meet some of the Tunobers of UP High School Batch 2007 who are making a mark across the world.
Surgical nurse, London, United Kingdom.
Ako si Dan Henry Montano, physical therapist.
Ako si Olga Marie Sun Montano, nurse.
New Jersey, USA.
Jandal Warsigia, accountant, Sydney, Australia. Hi, I'm Mariel Alviso, and I'm a nurse here in Auckland, New
Madiyaw nga adlaw kaninyong tanan, ako si Yuvik, gikan sa batch 2007, ug gani ako karon sa Regional Office sa Commission on Human Rights Caraga dinhi sa Butuan City, Agusan del Norte. Din usa ko sa mga abogado working for the protection and promotion of the rights of groups, individuals, and marginalized sectors.
Hi, I'm Selena Leopardas, Auckland, New Zealand. Currently working at Mercury Energy as Revenue and Registry Coordinator.
Daisy Baguio, nurse in Maryland, USA.
Lisa Rosaldo, software engineer in Tokyo, Japan.
Kumusta, Pilipinas? From the home of the Toronto Raptors, Teresa Yates, Senior Specialist for the Canadian Apparel Bank of Commerce.
UP High Goal, Libot Suroy, bisag asa maabot, kita gihapon ang mag-abot.
Kami ang Batch 84. Ako si Pablo John Garcia, abogado ug sulugoon sa lungsod.
Yun! Kini sila, bisa nasa naabot, dili lang gyapon sa ormok nag-abot.
Pamela Oliver, abogada, nga gwapa.
Bennett Pongos, abogadong gwapaw. Gwapong upaw. Yan. Richard Gomez, mayor sa ormok, nakatunog pod sa Diliman.
John Capitan, ordinary boy.
Carmen Ibarle Codina.
Hi, si Ruth Tani na ako Cebu, Australia, gatrabaho ko sa software company as an advisor.
Cleo Reyes.
Ako si Cynthia Jubilee, Tunober sa Middle Earth.
Daphne Hao, dentista.
Lito Yap, engineer, Vancouver.
Annette Rosho, administrator, Winnipeg, Canada.
Irish Bilar, accountant.
Ingrid Bordadora, personal banker.
Margot Villamor, CPA and bank officer.
Paul Pioquinto, financial advisor, Toronto, Canada.
Ida Limota, supply chain specialist.
Jane Valencia, flight medical nurse.
Harris Redonia, software engineer, Ohio.
Sylvia Idyang Villarasa Morales, frontliner nurse.
Lynette Lapinit, attorney and paralegal.
Arlene Gutierrez, medical technologist, Houston, Texas.
Alan J. Alejandro, IT analyst and application developer.
Mati Abao, frontliner in the medical field.
Chente Belcina, engineer, automotive EV.
Jonah Lavinas, California Unemployment Insurance Representative. Kathy Beltran, California Insurance Examiner.
James Canalida, transportation engineer.
I'm Arida Pepito and I take care of preemie babies.
Ruth Veloso, dentist.
Lorette Ibarle, medical technologist.
Angie Codina, housewife.
Alfred Jacinto, lawyer.
Claire Ponce, certified public accountant.
Colonel Jeffrey J. Gallinero, Philippine Army, Ranger.
Angelo Mahinay, labandero.
Joel Bontuyan, sulugoon sa katawhan.
Joel Natanagan, Cebuano, Tigtugpog, Aeroplano.
Danisay Chavez, Hukum. Julie Itaas, Tindera. Marie Jo Dormitorio, HR, sulugoon sa tanan.
Lodet Ilihino, transcriptionist.
Hazel Tepes, tiglista o tigpa-ID.
Anelfa Benigno, nagtrabaho sa usa ka NGO nga nag-alagad sa mga nagkinahanglan.
Barbara Palermo, transcriptionist.
Jude Simafranca, patulon nga doktor, pathologist.
Florge C., anak ni Cristo ug tigtambal sa mga masakiton.
Bonnie Camilay, retired professional sex worker.
Natty Ortiz, airline employee.
Liza Yap, tigtubil.
Arsenio Pelicano, garbo ko sa UP High, ako produkto.
Ma, eskwela na ko.
Good day, this is Bernard Calderon from Cebu City. I'm here at UP Cebu.
Hi, I'm Naomi Hampella, batch 77 from Toronto, Canada. Here you go. Nimrod, batch 77 from the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
Jumbo, this is Jackie in Tanzania.
Romulo Creyos, Father John Torres in Denver.
Hi, ako si Rowena Dayton Manalili from Santa Fe, Cebu.
Hi, I'm Susie Solano Ignacio here in Clearwater, Florida.
Hi, I'm Maria Teresa Banesquera from Chaong, Quezon. Hi, this is Maricha from Quezon City, pero taga Cebu.
Hi, ako si JB Conanan, na Cebu City. Nakatunog ko sa UP Cebu pan sa batch 1977.
Kumusta mga kapamilya, kapuso, kapatid? Ini si George Jan Tabuada Kani, nag-agsura.
Hi, this is Tony Macau of class 77, now residing in Dumanhog, Cebu.
This is Lenoria at Eugenia Pesti, Cebu City, Cebu.
Georgie Bonilla, Quezon City.
Mirna Lardizabal Tibera, batch 77, New York City, Hercules. Hi, I'm Christine Michelle from Sydney, Australia.
I'm Ruth Santos, batch 1977, Cebu City.
Hi, I'm Nagana Daly from Mesa, Colorado, USA.
Giselle Ann Milani Baas from Minnesota.
Hi, Sarah Filomena Ribanyo Villacorta from Quezon City, pero taga Cebu. Hi, this is Janet Salazar Dasta from Liloan, Cebu.
Marijo Montaire Araneta, Cebu City.
Hi, I'm Epang Stefan Jordan Jimenez, batch 77 from Seattle, Washington.
I'm Nelson Fuentes, batch 77. I live in the Netherlands.
Kumusta? Ako si May Corazon Sevilla Fuchs at una taga Mabolo, Cebu City, karon taga Siegen, Germany.
Christopher Labus from Cebu City, now in Dumont, New Jersey, UP Section Benton.
Hi, I'm Imelda Codoy, belonging to UP High School batch 77, Cebu City.
Leon Aingi from Toboran, Cebu, Section Benton, 1973, UP Cebu.
Hi, I'm Joey Kakilala, batch 77, John Santos City.
Ken Platon, batch 77, Amagas, Surigao del Sur.
Hello, this is Evangeline, residing in Cerritos, California.
I'm Manny Yap, called Yapsoy. I live here in Verde, Belgium.
Hi, Alex Suarez, batch 77, from Jubilee, City.
Hello, my name is Jed Lamay, batch 77. Hi from our home in Daanghari, Las Piñas, Filipinas.
Hi, I'm Dr. Ruth Mercado. I'm now here in Argao, Cebu, and I'm in step Rita Sanchez-Chen.
Rose Villa Poblete.
And we're from San Francisco, California.
Mario is Columbus, Ohio.
Wow.
Okay, thank you very much. Batches 2007, my kuyas and atas from batch 84, and of course, batch 77. So, Bea, it has been another wonderful episode of TunobTV. And,
Totally agree.
we can all talk forever, but then good things always come to an end. Just like the time we spent in high school. We enjoyed high school so much at UP. Of course, we were tormented by our teachers. We had sleepless nights, but then, of course, after 4 years, in your case, after 6 years, it's done. And just like tonight's episode of TunobTV. Yeah.
Totally,
so Bea, thank you very much for being here with us. Thank you to everyone, to all the alumni. Thank you for supporting our alma mater. We will have more activities for you to take part in. So just stay tuned, and of course, social media will be our main vehicle to inform you about what's happening. So just keep in touch, and we will also be in touch, right, Bea?
Yes, I totally agree, sir. No, so this has been our talk today, our episode about Christmas, the new normal. No, we talked about UP High, about families, about Christmas, and of course the nostalgia that went along with all those, especially in today's new normal. Sad, no? So hopefully sooner or later, Jud, no, we're gonna be back to normal, no, Jud, kay makamingaw ang mga pre-pandemic activities with our families and friends. So thank you so much, everyone watching, and of course to my co-host whom I learned a lot from, Jud. Thank you so much, Sir Nimrod Quiñones. So
well,
I think,
you
sir.
Also, Bea. Yeah, of course. We have to remind our audience, no, just to make sure, get vaccinated.
Tinood, yes.
Mask up, wash your hands often, and of course, maintain a physical distance, because we must all survive to be here for the UP High Golden Jubilee celebration this June. That's right. So, because there is one thing we must always remember, Bea, di ba? And I would like to invite our back and everyone who joined us for this episode, please show yourselves on cam.
Yes.
Because
for yourselves, guys.
It is at this point that we will remind everyone. So let's do it together, Bea. Let's start. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Bisan asa
maabot. Kita naghihapon mag-abot diri sa TunobTV.
Daghang salamat.
Thank you, everyone.
Gabi sa tanan.
Bisan asa maabot, kita ra gihapon mag-abot diri sa TunobTV.